Let's have a look at the creativity of ideas. It is useful to be aware of possible obstacles to creativity in order to be able to strive to avoid them in the creative process. There are 4 types of obstacles: mindsets, perceptual blocks, cultural blocks, and emotional blocks. Let's go through each of them. The mindset. An individual may be exposed to a certain part of the information available at the expense of other parts. Being locked into a familiar and safe way of perceiving the world may result in failing to see alternative solutions and courses of actions. Perceptual Blocks by Adams in 2001. There are 6 kinds of perceptual blocks. The first is stereotyping, where your preconceptions or stereotypes cause you to see what you expect to see. Secondly, it might be difficult to isolate the problem. Many times, we define the reason of a problem hastily. Examining the cause of the problem more closely will help us to perceive the real problem better. Then, the problem might be defined narrowly based on what the problem would seem to be. For instance, when a plant doesn't grow, is your problem growing the plant so that it lives? That would be a narrow definition. Or is it to get fresh vegetables? That's a wide definition. In the case of the latter, the selection of possible solutions would be much larger. You might be unable to see the problem from various points of view, and therefore you should approach the problem from the point of view of all of those who are affected by the problem. Also, we do not pay attention to too familiar things, which causes us to not see them in a detailed manner anymore, or not appreciate them. It is necessary to defamiliarize things in order to see them freshly again. We might also fail to utilize all sensory inputs. The solution to a problem may be ahead of us, but we might not realize it because we are using the wrong senses to perceive it. Another type of obstacle is the cultural blocks. The living environment, for example culture, influences your creativity by posing specific kinds of models of behavior. By stepping out of conventions, even if just a little, you can prepare your creativity for when you need it. Finally, emotional blocks. An emotional block can manifest itself as a feeling of being trapped by your own way of thinking. Because creativity is intensive, in order to unleash it, you may have to face the emotional threshold of stepping outside your comfort zone.